Making news this hour, the government of St. Lucia is renewing calls for the official recognition of Taiwan by the World Health Organization. Taiwan and the WHO have a complicated history. The International Health Body solely recognizes the People's Republic of China as the only legitimate representative of China to the United Nations. In a statement to the 154th session of the Executive Board of the World Health Organization Statement of Taiwan's participation in the World Health Organization, Health Minister Moses Jabatis argued that Taiwan has shown great leadership to improve global health care. Makiba Eiffel reports.
The debate of Taiwan's participation at the World Health Organization (WHO) has been ongoing for several years. But given Taiwan's accomplishments and contributions on the global health stage, the discussion is now more significant than ever before. In a statement released on Tuesday to the Executive Board of the WHO, Health Minister Honorable Moses Jean-Baptiste called for Taiwan to be included in all technical meetings, activities, and mechanisms of the WHO. He further called for Taiwan to be invited to participate in the World Health Assembly as an observer.
Taiwan has amply demonstrated that it is ready, willing, and able to work with WHO in strengthening the global network to combat NCDs. Taiwan is fully committed to realizing UN Sustainable Development Goal 3, which aims to ensure healthy lives and promote well-being for people of all ages. For many years, Taiwan has collaborated with its diplomatic allies and partners around the world to improve the health of women, pregnant women, and newborns. Its long-term projects have strengthened medical information and care functions at medical institutions and facilitated the training of physicians and medical professionals.
During the COVID-19 pandemic, Taiwan's advanced public health system, well-trained epidemic prevention personnel, and comprehensive, cutting-edge disease surveillance, investigation, and analysis system helped contain and slow the spread of the virus. St. Lucia's health minister says the COVID pandemic confirmed that Taiwan is needed as an important player on the global health stage.
Based on the lessons learned from combating COVID-19 and other communicable diseases, Taiwan recognizes the vital role of sharing genetic sequencing information. In order to implement effective pandemic preparedness and response measures, all stakeholders, including Taiwan, must participate in the global information sharing network. With its advanced technology and healthcare expertise, Taiwan is eager and able to make a global contribution. We urge the World Health Organization to include Taiwan in all health emergency-related meetings and mechanisms.
The minister stressed, if the world is to effectively tackle emerging challenges in the health sector, it is critically important to foster inclusiveness and promote global cooperation. As countries like St. Lucia continue to ramp up support for Taiwan, it's a game of wait and see for a final decision on whether the WHO will shift from the One China principle to allow Taiwan a seat at its table. From the GVD News Desk, I am Makiba Eiffel reporting.
Months after launching its digital content initiative, the Ministry of Education, through CAMDU, is engaging teachers in the effective use of the content for enhancing classroom instruction. Chris Satney reports CAMDU has been engaging in decent order training, including in the area of Jolly Phonics at the start of the second term of the academic year.
The launch of this revolutionary effort in digital learning in November of 2023 represented a turning point in the educational trajectory of the country, bringing it in line with the needs of the digital age. In order for the digital content to become effective, Head of the Curriculum and Materials Development Unit CAMDU, Giannetti George, says the significance of incorporating digital content into the educational framework of St. Lucia will only be felt when teachers and students students become better acquainted with the content and how to make the best use of it. The teacher training workshop held recently at the conference room of the University of the West Indies on the Mon focuses mainly on the areas of mathematics, physical education, geography and music, piloted in forms 1 to 3 of secondary schools on the island. Ms. George says Camden officers are very excited about incorporating technology in a structured manner.
It is expected that this pilot of our phase 1 will run during the second and third term. During the implementation of the pilot, there will be close monitoring. Support will be provided by the curriculum officers out of Camden. And at the end of the pilot period, there will be a post-pilot survey.
Camden has also been engaging kindergarten teachers in the use of Jollyphonics to enhance learning through a recent training seminar. Education consultant and facilitator of the recent Jollyphonics training, Joy Sharon, says the multisensory teaching approach is highly engaging for kids and introduces them to 44-letter sounds parallel to their learning of 26 letters in the English alphabet.
The feedback has been absolutely amazing. So the teachers have been using the Jollyphonic program, however, without the training. And so there are some misconceptions and that sense of the program directs that you deliver at least a sound a day, so 5 sounds a day for the program to be effective. However, the teachers have been bringing their prior knowledge alongside the new knowledge that they've picked up themselves and found it a bit overwhelming. And so for them to receive the direct instruction and explicit instruction on how to deliver the program, they're very receptive to it, and that's been lovely to see.
Whilst training for this new set of kindergarten teachers were ongoing, the first cohort of Jollyphonics training conducted in July of 2023 was reflecting on the experience utilizing the method within the classroom.
They are sharing with each other the best practices, what did they learn, the successes, what are the challenges and the opportunities for improvement.
The Jollyphonics program is systematic, it is enjoyable, it is hands-on. So there is an aspect of the program for every student in the class. So we are reaching the needs of all our students, the learning styles of our students, and it's just beautiful.
Teachers are expected to employ the new knowledge and skill in their classrooms following the training and will be supervised by trained literacy coaches in order to monitor and evaluate that the approach is being administered to standard. From the Communications Unit of the Department of Education, Innovation and Vocational Training, I am Chris Satney reporting.
Slippery roads and a bit of reckless driving caused a freak crash along the East Coast Wednesday afternoon. A container truck traveling northbound veered off the road, slamming into a utility pole at Escap along the Meekwood-Viewfort Highway. The driver told our news team he lost control of the truck trying to give way to an overtaking vehicle. The wet road conditions did not help. According to him, he's a lucky man as the accident could have been worse. Drivers are encouraged to slow down and exercise caution when traversing the nation's road, cognizant of persistent rainfall over the past few days. Fortunately, no one was hurt during Wednesday's crash. Right or wrong, local advocates of the LGBTQI community are weighing in on a recent declaration by Pope Francis on same-sex union. The development has ignited global debate. More on this report.
In the recent declaration, Pope Francis announced a major shift in the Vatican's decades-old policy to now allow the Catholic Church to recognize and bless same-sex couples. Local advocates of the LGBTQI community in St. Lucia are standing firm in support of the declaration, which has ignited widespread debate. One such organization is 758 Pride, founded to champion the rights of LGBTQI people on the island. Secretary Jessica St. Rose says the recent development promotes inclusiveness and respect for all.
The recent declaration by Pope Francis in support of same-sex couples and blessing of same-sex couples within the Catholic Church, I believe it is a huge step for the LGBT community, a huge blessing especially in regard to same-sex couples who practice their faith. And we do have quite a number of LGBT persons who are devout Christians who come from the Catholic Church and who want to be recognized within the Catholic Church and want to be part of the Catholic Church as it relates to inclusiveness and inclusion. And of course, we welcome that and we give thanks for that.
St. Rose argues that people seeking God's love and mercy should not be subject to moral analysis. She opined the hope that acceptance of same-sex marriages will one day be declared across denominations in St. Lucia.
Love is love, and everyone should be respected regardless of the orientation, the sexual orientation, the gender identity. The message that the church should be preaching is the message of love, a message of acceptance, a message of hope, a message of unity. And with this declaration by Pope Francis, it symbolizes all of what I have just said, the message of unity, the message of hope, the message of love, and the message of peace, and most importantly, the message of respect. The church should recognize that everyone is welcome to the house of the Lord, that they should be blessed no matter, and of course that they should not be discriminated on the basis of sexual orientation or gender identity. So at the end of the day, we welcome this blessing by Pope Francis, and we do hope that we can see this being streamlined down into the St. Lucian church context and the wider Caribbean.
In the recent declaration, Pope Francis made it clear the blessings of same-sex couples will only be permitted in rituals that do not resemble marriage. The local advocate says the wider society can learn some important life lessons from the recent declaration by the Church.
So it may take some time for society to adopt and to understand the narrative behind it. But of course, I call upon the church, to speak to the congregation about these things and welcome everyone into the church, especially LGBT persons who especially practice their faith and believe in God and know that, there is a God and they should be blessed just like any other person. The blessing of the birthday of recognizing who they are is welcome in the church. So we're very thankful for that, and we do hope that we can see this practice being done in St. Lucia and the wider Caribbean.
St. Rose says she will continue to advocate on protecting LGBT and women's rights. From the GVD News Desk, I am Michaela Charles Noel reporting.
That's what's trending this hour. I am Tammy Frederick. See you again next time.
Coming soon, the same excellent Lucelec service in a new location at Daisy Avenue in Sanssouci, Castries. Thanks for your patience.